Now to the explosive revelations that Princess Diana and Dodi Fayed were assassinated, and the Brisbane investigator and author who's dedicated his life to finding out the truth. He's now being called upon as police review the case 16 years after the couple was killed in a Paris underpass. Neil Doorley reports.
It was an assassination. The whole thing is a huge operation and a huge cover-up.
Half a world away from Paris, a French documentary crew interviews author John Morgan in his home north of Brisbane about the 1997 car crash that claimed the life of Princess Diana. He's become an international authority on the many conspiracy theories surrounding Diana's death, having written 9 books on the subject. What makes you such an expert?
Well, I've spent 8 years investigating this.
The latest cover-up involves explosive new allegations that the princess was killed by crack SAS soldiers acting on orders from MI6.
I've written in my books that MI6 were involved. I've written in my books that the SAS work with MI6, but this is the first time that we've actually seen concrete evidence that shows SAS involvement.
A former SAS sniper claims soldiers disguised as motorbike riders followed the car in which Diana and her lover, Dodi Fayed, were killed, shining bright lights into the Mercedes in the moments before it crashed.
It's very, very important that someone in the SAS has now said that they were involved and they did that.
The soldier swore his wife to secrecy, but she told her mother the extraordinary story.
Until this point, I've never seen evidence that actually showed that the SAS were there in the tunnel.
John Morgan isn't just a favourite of overseas television crews. His books are also mentioned on the official website of Dodi Fayed's father, who has always insisted that his son and Diana were murdered by the British establishment in a conspiracy involving MI6 with military help.
He's found that they've been extremely helpful towards establishing the truth.
John denies he has a morbid fascination with Diana, and he is now regarded as an expert on the case by British and French media.
I actually am not a follower of royalty. What got me interested was 6 years later when her butler, Paul Burrell, wrote a book, and in it he had a handwritten letter from Diana.
While millions of words have been written about Diana's death, John's already putting the finishing touches to book number 10.
The final book is really tying up loose ends and issues, sort of, and dealing with the way the inquest was run.
Certainly is a fascinating case. Neil Doorley there.